Hi everybody! This car is really not suitable for everyone. Aston Martin, which rose by nearly 500,000 yuan, from 1.75 million yuan to 3 million yuan. Aston Martin's new Vantage. Going to drive. Pick a color first. Gochujang really has a performance aesthetic. I like this silver best, it's Bond. Especially the bronze wheels are super classy with green calipers. Blue and yellow. And of course, I bet you're all going to go with the color of the safety car. Martin? Of course, green is the prettiest. I choose Sunset City. If you like it, please like it first. This is still Manti. It can be said to be a big change inside and outside. His mouth is almost 40% bigger. The whole car is 30mm wider and looks more fierce and confident. And then the headlights are new, and it becomes a matrix wheel hub, pneumatic. These L-dynamic designs and this bezel-less rearview mirror sticking out, the same as on the DB12. I especially like this rearview mirror. Why is that? Because you can directly see this very big, very rounded butt. This car, the most important thing is the side. That's why he's not for everyone. 4-pointer well, V8 front mid-mounted engine rear drive. The back of the car is just one word: flexible. And there you go. His entire tail diffuser is exaggerated to the width of a car. But I'm really scared of the track you drive with high horsepower rear drive. Hey, I'm stupid. I'm really stupid. To find out that the car we are driving is actually a car with a right seat. Get to know the seat. Now this interior all over his body is fighting. The red chair is very European, to be honest. He is very wide. So if you look at me here, the whole way I put my body down is not particularly good for my support. So driving this car on the track, I honestly think I am not worthy of him. Because first of all, I'm completely unable to drive this car to the limit. Then my biggest feeling is that his electronic control is really good. We leave the ESP on, even if you are in track mode and hand block casually, as long as your cornering speed is controlled. You can almost say you won't lose control, because his electric movements are so good. The body of the whole car is stable, and Qigong is very, as long as you are in a better state, he will pull it out for you. I believe Big Finger is, okay, looks like his legs are thick, but I believe in this speed. Oh, 260 km? 270 km? This straight is not long enough. It can't reach its top speed of more than 300 km. The whole electrician system of this car gave me a lot of driving confidence, and then I want to try to squeeze the car. For example, I turn off the ESC and adjust the PC. Wow. And right away, he's dragging you back to reality. He'll let you know that without his control over himself. You really can't control him a bit. It's so rampant. If I turn off the ESP, then his first reaction is that no matter how you turn it on, his tail will definitely be in a tail swinging state. Now he's steering really lightly. You open this turn every time you come out of the corner, and you have to control it very delicately, because he's very, very sensitive. And if you move your body a little bit, it'll respond. This requires you to have very, very accurate control of the steering yourself. My sitting position is quite low now. I have a strong feeling that I'm driving on that whole rear wheel, guys. I really enjoy driving this car on the street more. The consent of the car on the track is really uncomfortable. It's incredibly hard, and it has a lot of minerals, and it was designed for Europeans, and I'm shaking it. But although this seat is leather, you can see that it wraps me quite tightly, and very comfortable. It is very suitable for driving in the current environment. And even though this car is less than 4.5 meters in length, but you mustn't think he's a puppy. He's definitely a big beast. 4.0 TV out. 50 horsepower, 800 Nm of torque. Wow, he can give you the best whenever you want. This feeling is so addictive. And the road feel of this car is very clear to the horror. Every little bit of communication can be felt on your butt. This car uses Bilstein DTX shock absorbers, and its shock absorption is whether you are in track mode, Sport Plus mode, all can be adjusted in 3 stages. And its rebound feeling, even the feeling its sound gives you, they are all very resilient. You see, these on this road are very fine, and it's actually a big bump like this. Wow. The suspensions are all handled very, very neatly. And the steering of this car, his current steering column is not isolated. So he is turning up, giving you a clear sense of the way. Just do whatever you want? Really super accurate. Super very accurate. There is not a little extra of this mineral amount. I will give it to you. He hits wherever you point. On the track, I even think the steering is a little light. But I don't know why, when I walked out onto the road, I didn't feel that at all. It feels like turning to him is completely in your hands, and it feels really good. Do you know how exaggerated this car is? Its driving mode is actually only track. Sport plus, sport. Then there is a personalization and a wet. He didn't say anything about comfort at all. This mode is for you to drive every day. It lets you get on this car, okay? It's like getting into a fighter jet. You're ready to fight, you're ready to spin. You are always ready to say, it's done. Wow. I think Martin gives me a more elegant feeling. But you find that from this Vantage, you see British racing green. The beauty of performance when you jump across the track. He is so cool. And you can even start to feel this sexy every day of your life. It's a wonderful feeling. He gives us the joy of driving because we own it. If it weren't for this car, you probably wouldn't have as much of the glamour that comes from driving. The charm that comes from being in control is really what this car gives you. And I think that's where I find that really incredible. Now this car has 665 horsepower. It's ridiculous that he is already the lowest horsepower car in the entire Martin family. Because the ordinary version of DBX will be canceled soon, that is, all future DBX will be 707 versions. 707 horsepower. His current style is to get closer to super performance brands like Lamborghini and Ferrari. Oh, but I think I really see the sexy and beautiful appearance of a real performance sports car from this Vantage. It is no longer just a British sports car in an elegant coat. It's more of a performance aesthetic that can give you this feeling. I think if you buy a Lamborghini, buy a Ferrari. You can't drive it every day. If you must have an ideal L9. So what about this Aston Martin? Or every Aston Martin? You can own this car. In the context of your lifetime, I think it's even enough.